So we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yo, I want to get back to that music. What was your first genre of choice? How you looked at other genres of music, and then when you started to like another genre of music?
Obviously, the first genre was hip hop. Hip hop, KRS-One, Wu-Tang, Rakim, Run DMC, freaking Cannabis, Nas.
Yeah. So I agree with you, right? But you remember, let's see, maybe this might have been just my experience, but middle school, if you listen to hip hop, that's all you listen to. And the kids that listen to other music, they were headbangers, remember? Like they listened to that other stuff, right? That alternative stuff or whatever, but we didn't even know what it was. We didn't know there were levels to it. And it was like not considered cool almost. But yeah, with the hip hop, I think my first recollection of like hip hop that I really loved must have been Ice Cube, the Predator album. Today was a good day. You know what I mean? Like Ice Cube was the man. And then I really got into freestyle music, and that shit took over for a minute. But I remember the first time I deviated from that. I remember it was fucking no doubts, don't speak. Remember, Scott, you remember the first time you heard that?
Yep.
It wasn't hip hop, it wasn't R&B, but it was fire.
Fire.
Yo, and Al, you know where I heard that at? I believe Skateland.
Skateland. It's always freaking skate.
Oh my man, I used to skate.
Yeah, it's always a skating rink. We had Fun Station. Fun Station
you have
USA.
To skate. You have to skate. Yo, I remember a crazy. Now we're young kids, right? You're skating, so when you're in middle school, you're 12, you're 13. Nah, maybe not. Well, maybe I was like 12, 13, whatever, 11 or something, and you meet somebody at the skating rink and nobody drove, right? The parents dropped them off. I remember that we decided that we were going to walk to Groveland from Abram because we wanted to meet these girls at this ice cream shop.
Is this your first troop? Are you telling the story of your first troop?
Maybe not the first troop, but definitely I probably had Tim's on. We're trooping with boots. Not even across town, across towns.
Everybody's got a trooping story.
Just to say what's up and then walk back home.
Everybody's got a trooping story.
You had to troop. If you were in middle school, you were definitely trooping. If you had more than one middle school in your town, you were definitely trooping to the other side of town 100%. To go see who was hanging out at the other school.
100%. Everybody was trooping.
That shit is mad funny. We used to do it in Timberland boots. Timberland boots. And I used to wear, like in the summertime, I would wear like a tank top, right? One of the ribbed like undershirt tank tops. Right, but I would wear like a leather jacket with it. I don't know if I thought I was like a Diesel Fonzarelli or something, but I'd wear that in the summer, dying, hot, 2 collars.
Nasty work.
Like a leather jacket with a tank top on it. That's the most douchebag outfit ever.
Nasty
yo, Al.
That is nasty work.
Walking around like Bane, talking about what a lovely, lovely voice. Like this, my man, just hands up here, walking 2 collars up to my ears. Yo,
a leather jacket with a tank top on. You swore you were Van Damme in Bloodsport. I swear to God.
Yo, my man.
You had khakis on too.
Yo, I would walk into a convenience store and I would be like, "Is this the Miley store?"
What's this supposed to do? Make my dick bigger?
Yo. I ain't gonna hold you though.
Yo, my style was crazy because I started learning about clothes. Like I would iron as far as back I remember 6th grade, 7th grade, I'd be ironing my gear, but my gear had no sense to it, right? Like I had a brown jean shirt with brown pants and blue suede sneakers. Like that to me was my firest outfit. That was the firest outfit, right? I remember in middle school I used to wear my Russell Athletic sweatshirt, right? But I wouldn't put it on, right? I'd have a tank top and I'd leave it draped around my neck. So my whole shirt would just hang around my neck. My man, I was like 70 pounds back then. There was no muscle. It was just bone. Then I get into high school and I thought the place to shop was the flea market. So my Tommy Hilfiger, see, it's white, it's red. I went to school with that. That shit was gray and green. That shit was pink and fuchsia. Yo, my man, but I was gassed up. Yo, I got Tommy, yo, because I bought 5 T-shirts for $13 out of a box. Now this is real Tommy. Like the emblem was peeling.
You couldn't watch it or else it'll peel off.
It would peel off. Yo, the watch. I had a Tommy watch. You could see the glue on the emblem, but the emblem was crooked. Yo, no word of a lie, my man. Right? I had a clear. Yo, you hear me clear? Yo, you hear me right now clear? I had a clear DKNY belt, clear with gold letters, gassed up. Yo, I spent like $50 at the flea market. And
a clear belt.
I had 2 weeks worth of wardrobe.
Wow. Oh man. I remember I ain't gonna say his name, but I knew someone. He couldn't read that well. And so my man was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We gonna hit the flea market. They got like the stuff they got look real. Like you can get a To My Hilfiger jacket. I was like,
Hilfiger.
get what? Yeah, yo, To My Hilfiger. Like it looks real. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
To my
what? What kind of jacket is it?
Hilfiger.
To My Hilfiger, Tommy Hilfiger. Nah, you can't read something that says To My Hilfiger. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's what.
Wow.
Now ours though, it wasn't like, so you see how yours is white on the left, red on the right, Tommy Hilfiger, right? Like that's the brand. That's the brand. The ones at the flea market was red on the left, white on the right, and just blue. It didn't actually say nothing. So it looked like it was Tommy. But if you read that tag, it's not actually Tommy. So to the untrained eye, you could get away with it. It was the right colors though. We wasn't doing green because.
Nah, yo, mine were out of control, man. I had the most bootleg joints, and I remember my dad took me to the flea market, bought me a pair of boots, right? So now remember, I mean, even to this day, Timberland's pretty popular. Everybody had Timberlands, right? Timberlands, you had your triple fat goose, or you had your first down jackets. Now me, I had my Karl Kani boots, right? Now I can't tell you if these were real Karl Kanis. I can tell you they were brown boots with a metal emblem, on the side, and to me they were fire. But back then, I would always have my pants over my boots. So I made sure this was my technique. I go to the store, I put my hands in the bottom of the jean leg, and I needed this much space. If I couldn't do this, there wasn't enough space because I wanted my boots to be completely covered. So who cares what was on there? I'd go out by Tommy, but I needed my bottoms to be crazy. And I had a pair of boots, and I probably couldn't even Google them and try to find them if I tried, but they were a pair of lugs. Remember lugs?
Yeah.
A pair of lugs that on the back they had a hologram.
Yo, I had those.
The Funk Flex?
But they were mad big.
Was it the Funk Flex? It was a rim? Like it was like a rim from a car on the back?
No.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. Okay. It was some type of like maybe shaped like that, a hologram. But they were so big that I had to use my Jenko jeans, my elephant bottom jeans, in order to cover them because you couldn't cover it with this much space.
I mean,
I needed.
Jenko.
I think no word of a lie. I think they were 36-inch bottoms or some shit like that. Yeah, definitely had Jenko jeans.
Haven't heard of
shit
Jenko
that I
in
wouldn't wear now. Now I'm more practical. Yo, give me a pair of sweats. I'm good. Sweats, a tank top if I'm home, a t-shirt if I'm going out.
Sweats all day, man. Sweats all day.
Yo, there was this dude who was, like the cool kid, right? Like he was the quarterback for the football team. He was my boy's cousin, you know what I'm saying? He drove a nice car, really loud subwoofers. And we used to clown him because he would wear his Timbs with sweatpants. And it's just funny looking, right? Because, the sweats got the elastic on the bottom, so you can't pull them over the jeans. Yep. So my man just looks like, got on clown pants. But then we would see him getting girls, so the next thing you know, everybody else got on sweats with their Timbs. That's just what we did. Like it was to please the ladies. Now there's a lot of other factors in that. There's the fact that he worked out and we didn't. But you know what I mean? It's just it's crazy to think the things you would do fashion wise to try to impress the next person. right? So
Yo, it's all nature. I mean, yo, please, if you guys got any stories out there of what you did, I mean, if you ever had the frost tips
oh,
to get the ladies, if you
out.
ever like, if you ever
What?
pierce your nipples to get the ladies, tattoos, haircuts, clothes, cologne, like what did you do? Were you working out to get the ladies? I seen some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in high school, that's when you got to explore your style, right? I seen, you know, dudes in there, ski goggles. Motherfuckers never stepped a foot in the snow ever. Ski goggles in class. My man, you in class with a pair of ski goggles right now, and there's no snow at all in sight. It's June.
Yeah.
June.
I wanted a pair of goggles so bad.
Yo, my man, where were you going? Right? It's ski goggles. What else? I never dyed my hair, but definitely I saw plenty of people with the blonde tips. The blonde tips, right? Polka dots. The Cisco blonde, right? My man, you ain't naturally blonde, motherfucker. Blonde, right? Yo, just you do that shit in order to appeal. Now, yo, let me ask you this. When you did appeal, yo, I'm gonna start with Jedi first. Jedi, what was your code for when you were not interested? In other words, let me paint the scenario. Homegirl's like, yo, I'm gonna bring them my girl. She really wants to meet you. She thinks you're so cute. Yeah, she saw a picture, blah, blah. Yeah, you tell her to come by. She comes by and homegirl's like, so what do you think of, Helga? What was your code? What was your code for you're not interested?
I don't even remember if I had a code or not. I just wouldn't talk to her. I just talked to her, but I probably talked to her. I don't know if I remember or not, but I think I probably would just talk, but not even try to do anything. But then back then I was mad young, so like a titty was a titty. So
Shit.
That's a fact.
Yo, Ghost, what was your code? What was your code, Ghost?
What did we used to say? Hold on. We So to be honest, to be completely honest, high school, shit coming through, she interested. There's no such thing as not interested, bro. You either getting it wet or you not, right?
You take whatever you could get when you're young.
So me and my boy, we came up with an acronym. We used to call it the BBCD, right? Like, yo, oh, you in the sheet with Shorty last night, right? Like, yo, BBCD. And what that meant was it was a bitch behind closed doors. I ain't gonna tell nobody about this, but it went down in a spectacular fashion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that was the code that we had. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily, but then again, you see her in class on Monday. Hey, how's it going?
Man, that I think that scene that seeing her in class thing. I don't know if that thing happened with me. It happened one time. I don't know if Jedi was with me, but I was already in college though. And the next day, or after the weekend, that Monday, I see homegirl on campus. Mind you, I got a girlfriend that's on campus as well. And I'm like, oh snap! She goes to this school. Goddamn, walking the other way. Yeah. So, but yo, code for me. So we would have to go back. I think this was like it must have been on the cusp of high school. Because you got to think, like, I got a big family, right? So we were trooping to the other side of town for years before high school. And, everything was sweet. And it's innocent kid stuff, whatever. But it'd be like, oh, my girl thinks you're cute. And my code would be, like, if a girl was trying to introduce me to her friend and I wasn't interested, now, this is a girl, not my boy. Mm-hmm. My code would be, oh, I didn't really look at her. Right? Hoping that she'd get the hint, like, don't ask me again. Don't make me stare at her. Like, she's right in front of me, but I'm not looking at her. You know what I'm saying? Like, get it. To the boys, this was the code, right? If the boys are like, yo, Mike, I'm coming through, whatever, bringing whatever, the code would be, you would just scratch your head, right? That would be my code, scratch my head like, yo, what did you do? Like, why is this happening? Why is this in my house? How do I get out of this? Yo, one time I was so heated. Yo, my cousin came through and he wanted to party and he brings compra, groceries. Yo, I got so heated I had a handle of Bacardi and I started dumping it in the middle of the street. Yo, these bitches don't want to fuck. Let's get the fuck out of here. yo, like, yo, I don't know how more blunt I can be with the code. Like, yo, let's get out of here. Like, this is not what I want to do. We're at my place right now, and you got it infested right now. Let's go.
Wait. You was at your own house and wanted to leave?
Yeah, my man, I had to resort to dumping booze out on the street. Yo, we ain't doing this. We gotta go. Let's get out of here.
That's mad funny.
Yo, I'm sure there's a million of those stories, man. Yo, let us know what you got for codes out there. I mean, the head scratching, I think, is pretty obvious now. Back then, I'm sure that I thought that was the most covert thing. The I don't look at her thing was weird, but I don't know. You were young. Like, this is all uncharted territory. I was the oldest. I didn't have an older brother to teach me the ropes. I had to figure this shit out.
So, Al, what about you? All right, Al, you seem kind of like a chill dude, laid back dude. You married, you got the family now. Like, was it always like this for you? Was you, tell us about yo, my homegirl is here. Walk us through all right, here's the code for you said you didn't really have a code, but walk us through.
I didn't have no code. I would just chill. I would go about my day in school, high school, whatever, and girls would just come up to me and be like, "Hey, what's up? You're cute, this and that." I'm like, "Oh, cool, thanks. What's up?" Blah blah blah. We'd exchange phone numbers, whatever. Freaking text in class. I have a little meeting spot in school. Whittier, Mikey, you went there. I had a little elevator. Hey, meet me over here. Meet me over there. You say, "Oh, can I go to the bathroom?" You got a hall pass.
You were texting in high school?
It wasn't texting in high school. You had
I don't remember even having a cell phone in high school.
Yo, I didn't have a cell phone.
Yo, 2001.
Yo, I had a whole notebook.
You guys graduated high school before the cell phones came out. Nah. I had the flip phone. I had the flip phone where the only part that flipped was the part that covered the numbers. And then, the screen was green.
Like a sidekick?
No. It was like a regular phone. It looked like a Nokia, but it had a flip. And the only thing that flipped was the part that covered the numbers. The screen was always there, but the flip came down and it covered the number buttons. Huh. Or I would get a hall pass. I think before that, I would just get a hall pass and go to whatever class I knew she was at. Blah, blah, blah. And then, open the door a little bit. Just asked to go to the bathroom.
Hey, that's wild. I never did any of that shit in high school. I was too busy on
I remember I was such an asshole though, because I went to 4 different proms. Mikey, your sister was one, and then
yo, damn, why you gotta bring that shit up?
Wait a minute.
No. Just because she needed a date, but
wait a minute.
I forgot about that. Damn, I gotta call her and yell at her right now.
You guys welcome.
She needed a date, corner. But I was such an asshole that on the dance floor I made out with someone else's date.
Yo.
Just go.
And after my prom, I went to an after party and made out with someone else's date who was there. So
that's just scummy, bro.
Yo, I have a vivid recollection of that, right?
I didn't give a shit. I did not give a shit.
Al definitely lost his mind at one point, man. I got a picture. I wish we could screen share it if I even had it available. The picture of you and Bones, mad young. You got no shirt out. You're like, yeah, you and Bones. But yo, I remember this was after high school, Al. I introduced you to some girl, and she wasn't single. You know what I'm talking about?
All of them?
Yo,
I don't care.
I don't care. Al's laying the Mac down.
The thing is, though, they were like, "Oh, I have a boyfriend." I'd be like, "Yeah, but your boyfriend's not me, so whatever."
Yo, and that's where Positive K comes in. Let me tell you right now, Positive K, he was ahead of his time. Yo, I got him, man. I ain't trying to hear that. See,
I got him. Yeah, for real. So yeah, whatever. So what happened? What happened? Go on. Go ahead.
No. It was just funny because we fast forward now. She's happily married with that same guy that You know,
Yo,
she
like I
was
said,
back
we ain't
then.
gonna incriminate nobody, yo.
Nah, we ain't. But I'm just speaking to Al's character. Al just didn't give a shit. Al was like, whatever,
I didn't give a
She
shit.
came over here, she
I
chilling.
give a
Yo, that's.
But now, I try to be a good husband. I try to be the best husband I can. Try to be the best dad I can.
My
That's
man, let me
it.
tell you right now. One thing that horrified me growing up was when you would finally get of age, you'd go out. You would go out, you'd be partying, and then you see your mom's friend at the same bar, and you're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Because they, like age was so like somebody older than you just seemed like they were way older than you. Like when you were in school, a teacher that was in her 25s, 20 mid 20s or whatever, seemed like she was 80. Like there was no differentiation between 25 and 80. They were old. You get to the point where you're able to go out, you see your mom's friend at the bar, your dad's friend at the bar, you're like, yo, that's weird. Never want to be that guy. Like I never want to be out and be like, yo, he's too old to be here. I mean, I haven't been out. Like, remember, Al, I got so wrecked. I gave my Puerto Rico hat to some guy there. I wanted to fight a bunch of people there.
To be fair, they looked like they was getting ready to jump. So you had my bet. Yeah, you had my bet.
And I'm there with Bay, right? And I called the bartender over. Yo, come over here. When do you work? Because I only want to come see you. I'm only gonna come get drinks from you. And the next day, Bay's recapping. Bay's, I'm like, yo, what happened to my hat? Oh, you gave it away. You don't remember? Yeah, you started buying rounds for everybody at the bar. Remember? Remember that girl, the bartender, that you only want to see her, so you asked her for her schedule, so that you could only come to the bar to see her. Mind you, Bay's sober the whole time, right? Because she knows she has to watch me because I'm liable to just sleep on a bench. That was a night. Was that wasn't a birthday weekend for me, was it?
Nah, it was Friday. You know what I mean?
Like it was walked in, so it's the kind of vibe that I like, right? You're not. I mean, that place was an absolute dive. I don't even know what it was called.
Yo, it was a pizza spot. It was a pizza spot where on the other side they had dartboards and karaoke. Like,
but didn't we see it in the morning and it looked like a warehouse that got burned down? Like that's what it looked like.
Oh, you talking about you?
That's what I'm talking about.
The awning with the name of the place was like on the ground slanted. Like,
I'm like, that's where I want to go.
So you guys went to a fort?
Yeah, pretty much. And I remember there was this old dude there who looked like he may or may not have fought in World War I and II at the same time somehow.
Oh, that spot! Yes, that's the okay. That's the same night, but I know the pizza joint you're talking about. That's the spot where I had mad fun.
Yeah,
but the other joint, yes.
I mixed it up. I mixed the nights up. So
now I know what you're talking about.
So we end up in this spot, and they playing music from like the early 2000s, like Sean Paul, like Freeway.
But nobody's there.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like the vibe is just like, yo, I feel like I'm at a high school dance. Like like it's empty in here. You know what I mean? Like it's empty in here. Music is going. It's a clear dive. They got African beer. Like it was just I remember that. And I remember
that guy didn't like you. Remember the war vet?
Yo, because I was next to him trying to get a drink, right? So I'm like leaning over the bar trying to get a drink, and he keep giving me the side eye that. And so I'm like, yo, what's going on? And he was like, you're too fucking close. You need to back up. And I'm like, yo, if you don't sit your geriatric, like my man had to be somewhere between 80 and 86.
Talking about his mom just died.
Talking about his mom just died. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna buy my guy a shot. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna buy him a shot. We did a shot, you know what I'm saying? We pieced up whatever, but for a second in there, I thought I was gonna have to whoop this old man ass. Like that was legitimate fear of mine at the time.
That's mad funny, yo. But that's what I like. I like dives, and it's been, every time I go to Haverhill, definitely we're not nowhere near Haverhill.
No. It was like a Chinese food place, but they had like a balcony out back, and the drinks was mad.
No. You were in Haverhill then, I think.
Was that Haverhill?
I think you're thinking about the deck in the back, yeah.
Yeah. Yo, that night was wild.
I love going there. I feel comfortable. I feel right at home, right? And they got a lot of spots that I consider to be like my vibes, right? Like I'll go to the lasting room. That's old people there. I could chill out there, have a drink, and go to the tap. That's old. To me, that's old people. I could chill out there with my old brethren and do my ting. But yo, Bay won't go out with me. Bay hates Hero. She's like, yo, I'm not taking you there. I don't want to be there. I know how you get when you're there. She had fun one night, and that was the night that we got roofied. That was the night, yo, Al, I don't know if I must have told you that story, Al. That was the night that we got so wrecked that we woke up at 3 a.m. in the car while the car's running in the bus station. Like, yo, damn, didn't we leave 3 hours ago?
Great. That shit's scary, though.
Crazy to think about. So yeah, she hates it, but yo, Hans Garden. Like I love to go there. They got some bullshit. Yeah, Sky. They got some bullshit drinks that'll fuck you up. You'll be dead.
Y'all gave me this drink that had like 7 different boozes in the ingredients. You know how you know how like when you read in the menu, it's just like, they usually tell you what's in the drink, and this was just like name of the drink, and I'm watching the dude make it, and it's just like this booze, that booze, this booze, this one, splash of soda, and I was like, yo, we getting ready to die.
When they go to make your drink and everything's coming out of a gallon with no label on it, that's how you know you're getting straight rubbish, right? You're getting poison. Yeah, we'll get a couple of those. Let's get around to those. And yo, still, I have mad fun when I go back. I mean, we be bugging out, hours and hours. I like, yo, Al, were you with us the time that we went to Al's house for that cookout?
Yeah, I was
there. Last time we went, which was like 3 years ago, whatever. Remember, it was supposed to be a boys' night?
When I thought he was going to burn his whole house down from the fire pit on his backyard? Or on his patio?
Burn my house down?
Yo, my guy, you had all different kinds of wood, right? You had like a stick from like the woods. Then you had like a plank from like the top of your house. Then you had like a shingle like from the roof. Like it was just mad different types of woods. And then you lit it and the fire was like 7 feet high. And I'm like, oh, it's a wrap. We're done here. It's over.
Yeah, that's how you get rid of shit.
But the burgers was slapping.
Yo, son, I don't fuck around on the grill, okay? I told you, you get the camp mix, CAMP, camp mix. That's all you need. Do that on the thing, blah, blah, blah. My little secret ingredient is some cinnamon. Sprinkle some of that on there.
And you had some barbecue sauce. You had the camp mix. I don't know what else you put in there. Cinnamon, apparently. And then you had the barbecue sauce. And I was like, yo, no bun. And you was like, if you don't eat this shit. And I was like, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You got that.
That's mad funny. But I think that's our allotted time for the night. I mean, we'll stay tuned for the next episode.